We will start with the introduction to web authoring. So web authoring is exactly same as Tableau desktop. So whenever you guys create any new dashboard or new report with Tableau desktop, that exactly same as web authoring. Now web authoring has a unique feature that you can log into your Tableau online or Tableau server and you can start creating new dossier or a dashboard with the dataset that you have already published to the Tableau server. So that's a unique feature that we have. The only difference over here is in the offshore environment or in the standalone system, you can install Tableau desktop. But with Tableau online, you don't need to install any application on your system. You can use your browser screen to browse any Tableau online portal that you have with your enterprise, and you can directly start you can start creating new dashboard for your business needs. So that's a unique feature that we have with web authoring feature. Now that exactly means editing workbook in Tableau. That is what we are going to explore with Tableau desktop and Tableau online. So I'll cover a few points here to see how Tableau desktop development is different from Tableau web authoring. So that's why I'll use Tableau desktop and Tableau web authoring, both the features we will explore. We will also go over working with data. We'll explore the sample ETL, how we can perform some cleaning over a data, and how we can attach that to Tableau desktop or Tableau online to create any dashboard which will solve a real-time business scenario. We will also create a dashboard. That's what this 4-point means. We will also try different simplifying things or features like sorting, filters, parameters, and those things. Those are again very important features and functionality that we have with Tableau. So we'll go over that. Okay. Now, apart from that, we also go over the customizing your data. Now that's where we will explore how we can actually harmonize our data set to or reshape our data set to create best in class visualization for our scenario. So that's what we will cover over here with the help of analyzing data and customizing your data. Also, we'll explore the geographical mapping features that we have with Tableau so that we can visualize content with the help of map charts. And then we'll share those visualizations. It can be a view, or it can be a whole dashboard, or it can be a workbook. If I want to share that with our stakeholder, we can do that. That we will explore over here with making your views available for stakeholders. So these points are little shuffled. A few topics are redundant in name, and a few topics we can see here dashboarding. Dashboarding cannot be possible without. So this making your views available can be a last point, and dashboarding can be a second last point. So those are the points. There are a few points those can be merged, but I will stick to this so that we can go over each and every point and we can tick mark those as we are moving forward. So there are different ways by which we can get a copy of Tableau as an application or a Tableau as a product stack. The first option is where I can go back to Tableau online, tableau.com, and we can directly use this try now feature where I can just quickly click on this try now. I can pass my personal or enterprise details, and we can download Tableau desktop application or Tableau server or Tableau prep application. Okay, so that's what we will discuss in the second point. So I'll just make a copy of the same tab. I'll switch over to products. Now, first point where if I want to get a copy of Tableau, I can go to this tableau.com portal, and then I can click on this try now to download 14 days trial. Okay, but what if I'm done with 14 days trial, what other options I have? Is there any other way by which we can get application access over here? So you guys are using Tableau online, right? That's the second answer. We can use Tableau online, right? Either I can go back to this try now button. I can pass my all the enterprise details or any other detail those are required, and I can download 14 days trial, or I can use Tableau online. Right, there are two different ways that with the help of which I can get a copy of Tableau desktop or Tableau server. Okay, apart from this, we do have Tableau online access. We'll come back to the Tableau online part in the second part of this whole session. Now, apart from this Tableau desktop, I can also, so I can also look for other options which can be which will be open for longer duration. Now, if I go with the Tableau website and if I download that copy of Tableau desktop will be only available for 14 days. Now, what I can do with uh, if I'm working with something and if I need access to Tableau applications for more than 14 days. So I'm just giving you a quick glimpse of how we can get a copy of Tableau desktop application as an individual. I'm not looking into the professional scope over here, because in the enterprise as a professional, I'll always having the access to Tableau, right? Either that will be a licensed Tableau desktop or it can be a licensed Tableau online. I'm just a couple of more minutes, I'll just keep that whole context side, and then let's discuss about the individual approach to the getting a copy of Tableau desktop. So we have seen two options. One is either I can go to tableau.com, I can go to Tableau online. There are more options like Tableau Student. Okay, so if you just search for student, and then if you just search for Tableau, with the quick, simple search, you will land up on this Tableau for student. You can click on this get Tableau for free. You can get a copy of. So here, the last option will be if you're individual and if you want to get a copy of Tableau, there is another website. Please explore this one, which is prerelease.tableau.com. Now here you can get a copy of Tableau, which is under testing, under a beta versions. So you can get a copy of latest version of Tableau for free for almost. You can use that for a current quarter. You can use that for a 3 or 4 months, and that will be available. That will be free for every other user who wants to test the latest version of Tableau. So now if you use this try now button, you will download 2019.4, which is latest version from Tableau. But if you go back to this pre-release.tableau.com, you will see there is a latest version which is 2020.1 version for Tableau desktop. So that's the advantage with that pre-release.tableau.com. So that's where we'll wrap up this whole topic where how we can get a copy of Tableau, and let's come back to the products part. Okay. Can we talk about a quick products overview? What are the different products that we have, and what exactly the motto behind each of this product, what exactly we can achieve with this each product. So we have different products, right? We have different products. Those are supporting ETL if you want to extract some information, if you want to transform, and if you want to load that into a different system altogether. It can be a Tableau desktop or it can be a different database environment. Now, whenever we want to clean up our data set, because in the real-time scenarios, we will receive a raw data structure. So we need to attach that to Tableau Prep. So Tableau Prep is nothing but data preparation tool that we have. And now here we can use also Excel, or you can use SQL databases, or you can use big data infrastructures. The motto behind is to clean and create a copy which we can directly attach to Tableau desktop. If you want to do that cleaning over any other databases, or if you want to do that in Excel, Microsoft Excel, you can use that. That's the first application that we have. That's the first product that we have from Tableau. That's the Tableau Prep. Once you're done with the cleaning, and once we have the clean data set, we can attach that to Tableau desktop. And then we can visualize that here in Tableau desktop. Now we do have another option where we can visualize, where we have Tableau online, which is you guys are using in your current enterprise. Now in Tableau online, we can, and that's actually the optional product for Tableau server. The key difference between these two products is where a Tableau server is totally deployed inside infrastructure of organization. If you don't want to interact with any public cloud or any other hosted application server, you can directly download Tableau server and you can get started with the installation. You can deploy that in or inside premise. If you want to go with the fully hosted by Tableau kind of environment, where Tableau instance will be up and running in the cloud, and you can just directly log in and you can get access to Tableau server, that's where we can use Tableau online, because that's the key difference between these two products. Now that's the point where we'll deep dive into Tableau Online, because we are mainly focused on Tableau Online. I'll select this, try it for free, and then we need to just fill this detail. So I'm expecting that you guys have access to Tableau Online, right? What I'm going to do is I'll quickly set up a Tableau account for me, and if anybody don't have that account, please follow me over here on these simple steps. So I do receive a quick mail from Tableau that we have created a dummy site for you, and just please activate that site, and that's why we use a different mail ID for this whole exercise. Okay, so the end output that we can see, and no, but if you want to use Tableau Desktop, that is also totally fine. But for the authorization and for sharing the same document or any dashboard with any other person, that's where we need this Tableau Online access. But you can, for 80% of the time, you can use your Tableau Desktop application.
Okay, Sid, I think I'm going to clarify one more thing. We all have access to Tableau. We all have the current screen that you're showing right now. So I don't think any of us need to download or do any of that type of information. So I think we're to the point where we can start on our training now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's get started with the first point for the day. That's where we wanted to go over the quick. So that's where the objective is to understand Tableau server and the Tableau online interface. That's a redundant word that we have. If you know Tableau online interface, then no need to have understanding on Tableau server, because these two products are exactly the same, with the only deployment as a different option. So let's go over the quick interface introduction, and I'll come back to the another demos where we can go from starting from the scratch, and how we can deploy a solution that we have created. Okay, so let's get started with a quick overview. Here, whenever you will log into Tableau online portal with your enterprise username and password, you will see your name. You will see a fewer details over here, because I'm currently logged in as Tableau administrator, and that's where I can see more options like users, the number of users that we have, or number of groups that we can create. If we have any different schedules for our enterprise, those can be a data refresh schedule, it can be a subscription schedule. So those are all listed over here. And also we have jobs. If we have created any scheduled jobs or data refreshing job, those will be listed on this part of the screen. On the navigation, we also have the site status. We can see different sites and their statuses. With the help of this, there are different dashboards that we have, inbuilt dashboard under analysis tab. Under site status, we can actually check for different options over here. If I want to see how is the usage and different users, those are there on the publishing views. I can directly use this traffic to the views, which will help me to understand which are the topmost views that we have for our enterprise, and I can understand the traffic behind those views. So those kind of questions, or those are answered over here in the different views that we have. I'll request everyone to go through this document once we are done with the training content. These are like very important topics that we have, or the samples that we have. If we are going to work with administrator part, this all will be very helpful. And we have two other options like and these all options are again for administrator. So if you guys are going to create any content on the Tableau online, then you can just skip over the settings part, which is meant for Tableau administrator. Okay, so let's go back to the our scope of understanding. We have this whole a navigation screen where you can explore different projects. Now on Tableau, you can on this Tableau online portal, we can have different sites. What does that mean? So your default site, which means hash in this whole hyperlink, your default site will be a main and a core default site that we have. Apart from that, let's say if I want to create a different department specific site, it can be a marketing site or it can be a finance department site, that in that case I can go back to my settings menu. I can select settings. I can go back to the site option. Why we do have, so this is very latest version that we have. That's where we can see some options are included over here. Let me just see where we have site option. Okay, so under this beta, I think they are trying few things. But yeah, if you log into your enterprise Tableau online, you will see under Tableau administrator, you do have an option to create different sites. So apart from site, you can create apart from default site, you can create different sites for different department, different clients, or any different department or a line of business which will require a different isolation scope over Tableau online. So we can create that. Apart from or after the site scope, under, let's say, under a default site, you can have different projects. Here you have a default project. You also have a different project, which is a sample project that we have. Here inside the sample project, we can see different workbooks. Those have already there, and also there is a data source that is there. So all of those content that is there, those are sample workbooks and data sources. Those are there on the portal. We also have this favorite options, where at any point of time on the content, you can click on this favorite option to add this quick dashboard or a content or a data source as a bookmark option. So you can click that as a favorite option. Also, in the recent part, any content that you have played with, that will be included over here. And these recommendations are nothing but AI and ML recommendation tab that we have, automatically based on usage or based on likeliness of that specific content in the enterprise. Automatically that will come as a recommendation part. And external asset may include different databases and files or other tables. So those will be. But in the course or in the real-time scenarios also, we are going to mainly deal with the explore part. That's where we'll explore different projects, different data sources, and dashboards that we will create. Now on the top, we also have this user account option where you can sign in, sign out. You can also see your content that you created. You can also set a default landing page for yourself. You can create that. As I am right now as an administrator, I can see that I can create a custom landing page for other users, but as an individual, I can see only a for me option. So in your case, you guys will see only for me option. Okay, so that's a quick overview of Tableau online portal. Now I'll quickly switch over the another demo where what we can do is we will create a different project. Let's say we are working for any specific department for any project. Let's say we are working with CFO to create new sales and budget kind of a project. Okay, and then we wanted to include some more important data sets or dashboards or views inside this sales project. So I'll create this new project in this Tableau online. I can click on this create, and I can also create workbooks, but we will not use this shortcut option to create workbooks because we are going to use Tableau desktop or Tableau online for that purpose. Okay, so under this sales dashboard, once you click on that, now you can see I am the owner for this project because I have created that one. Now I can use this create option again to create workbooks. I can click on this workbook, and that's where we are actually interacting with other options of our content. So you can see here we have topics like how we can create and how we can actually visualize the content that is there with the sample data set. So with the navigation option, there are like very limited information that will be there with your portal. With mine, because I'm an administrator here, I can see lots of information. But as a normal Tableau developer, I'll be having very specific access or rules. Those have given to that specific user. So you will see a limited information over there. Do you guys have understanding on different user roles? Do you want me to talk about the user roles? So those are exactly same as, let's say we cannot make every user on Tableau server or Tableau online. We cannot make them administrator. We cannot pass whole like admin kind of responsibility, roles and responsibilities that we have. We cannot give a whole full control to that specific user. That's where we have a different hierarchy of users. Those, so if I just say from email address, and we can see there are different.
Yeah, okay. we just wonder was, I think Bethany has us all set up as users, so I think we're good to go.
Okay, so here, once we are on the Explore page, we have created new project, and now I can say I want to create a new dashboard inside this whole sales dashboard. I can click on this. I can see what are the number of published data sources. Those are there. So that's where I'm again interacting with another point, which is creating some data visualization on top of already shared data sources or data set on Tableau server. Okay, so there is somewhere. Okay, so here we go. So we are using directly a data set which is already deployed, but we are going to do this with the end-to-end exercise or the assignment that we will see. But currently, let's go over this connecting to the previously published data source. That's a point that we are looking for. So here I'm going to select any specific data source that is already there. I can click on this. I'll say connect, and we can see all of the dimensions and measure. What exactly the difference that we have with dimension and measures? Can someone quickly help me with the understanding over here? What exactly the difference that we have here with these two different scope that we have under data? What do you mean by dimension? What do you mean by measures? So dimensions are a discrete element of the data set, and measures are continuous element of the data set, right? So that's where we have two different scope. So this is the point where you can create any visualization. I'll stick to the basic example. Let's say if you want to see the customers, okay, we wanted to see the top customers for our business case. So I'll just drag and drop this customer name in the row shelf. I will drag and drop profit here to understand how is the performance with each of the user. I'll apply a sorting, which will be a descending sort to understand the top customers for our enterprise.
So dimensions are labels and measures are actual data, right?
Yes. So in the dimension also we have a data. So dimension can be a discrete element. It can be a customer name. It can be a city name. It can be a date, or it can be a geographical any field. Let's say country, state, city. So all of those are the discrete element, and the measures are let's say count of orders that we have received, or the sales amount, or budgets, expenses, or profit ratio. All of those are numbers, are nothing but the measures that we have or metric that we have. So here I'll just rename this as top customers, and let's save this. So I'll just stick to the basic example, very basic example. I'm going to save this one under sales project. I'll name this as sales dashboard because we will create a dashboard out of this in the later part. Now if we go back to the sales project again, and if you just do a quick refresh on top of this, and now we can see there is a new dashboard that is created under sales, because this is where in the next tab we have created some quick visualization on top of under this sales project. Is everyone clear with the basic demo of where we have seen how we can create a visualization with existing data? Now let's move forward with the previous element that we have from this demo, where we have used directly a data set that is already published on Tableau server. But if I want to publish some specific tables or databases to a Tableau environment or a Tableau online, how I can do that? Okay, so that's where I can go back to my Tableau desktop copy, or I can go back to here in the data panel of Tableau online. I can click on this. I can select here if you have any specific data source which provides connector, you can select that. But currently what I'm going to do is I'll use my laptop. I'll use the data source that is already there. So under documents folder, I have this Tableau repository, and that's where I'm going to deep dive into the other data source which is there. So we have currently we have Tableau data set which is for USA. I'll deploy, or if I'll publish this Europe sample superstore data set that we have. So I'll select that one. Once this is published, we can create a new visualization or a dashboard, same as what we have seen in the previous demo where we have created top customers. you can create same visualization with this Europe sample superstore dataset. Now here we can see it is connected to the Europe sample superstore dataset. I can select this order table from Europe sample superstore dataset. So once this is done, what I'm going to do is I'll switch over to another worksheet, and I can see now I'm connected to Europe sample superstore dataset. So I can just double click on any geographical hierarchy. I can select countries because we have many countries with Europe, and I can just drag and drop this profit in the size or color. I can use it. I'll use the size option. Now that's where we can see quickly a change. I can see bubble size indicates how is the performance of that specific country. So that's a quick visualization that we can create, and that covers how we can actually go from scratch, how we can deploy any specific data set to Tableau Online, and we can use that for visualization. Okay, so here I'll just say, and then I'll just quickly walk you guys over the same thing that we have seen. So on the blank sheet or any other worksheet, you can just select this new data source, or you can select data option. Both are there. You can most of the time we use new data source option, so you can select that, and then you can select any data source that is already published. Now here I can see on this site, if you want to browse that from different site, you can switch over to that site and you can browse that content that is there. You can also use this connectors, where you can connect to any different type of database where you want to connect. If you have anything on the Dropbox, you can click on this and you can browse that Dropbox file. That can be possible. If you have any traditional relational databases, you can use MySQL or MemSQL or Google Cloud SQL, any other option that you want to use, you can do that. Here we have this files option. So that's where I can browse directly any data set from my desktop or laptop. Okay, so that's where I can see you guys have Explorer license, but not a creator license. The site role that is defined for you guys, everyone who is working with Tableau desktop or Tableau online here, I can see we have Tableau Explorer license. With creator license, we directly get option to add any new data source, so that will be there with the creator license. But I can see we have Explorer license with it. So let me just see quickly. So we have seen how we can add data, and now sharing the content with any business owner or a stakeholder will become very easy. Let me see this is the view that we have created. I'll just close the other views. We have created this whole new view for top customers. Now, if I want to give a quick access to my stakeholder, let's say for me, a stakeholder can be a regional head, or it can be a country head, or it can be any CXO person that who wants to explore or understand who are my top customers. So that's where I can add this share option, and now it will be easy. So even if you guys quickly wanted to see how dynamically this works, you can someone from you guys, you can just quickly drop me your mail ID. I'll just add that mail ID over here, and directly the mail will be triggered to you with asking if you want to join my site here on Tableau Online, and you will get access to this visualization. So real-time collaboration, if you want to try, I'll request someone if you guys can quickly drop me your mail ID. And here you can specify basically whichever the user that you have, and if you want to just quickly want to add any other user, you can do that. So you can just type here any mail ID that you have. You can just type that, and you can add any specific user, or a stakeholder for your dashboard. Okay, and also you can, but you guys need to have access to this Tableau Online. Or else I can give you this link, but it will not make sense if you don't have access.
Sid, quick question. Yeah. If we shared a report with somebody, do they have to have access to Tableau, or will we just be sharing a chart, or can they?
We need to include, and that's where I just wanted to show you guys how I can include you guys over here on Tableau Online, my Tableau Online. If someone can help me with your mail ID, that will be a real time, and we can switch over to your screen to show everyone that how that exactly works and how you get access. If that is possible, we can just quickly go over. Okay, so I don't think we have any user over here. Okay, but if you have any user and if you want to give a quick access to any specific stakeholder, you can add your user's name over there, and or else you can just pass this link to that specific user, and you will see or you will receive that user access, and they can just quickly observe the content that we have created. That's what we can achieve through this whole exercise. By adding data source to Tableau Online, we can create something out of that data source, and we can share that with stakeholder for a review. It can be possible. Now that covers two important points. One is how we can achieve end-to-end deployment of any view, right? We can create any view, and we can uh, uh, pass access to stakeholders or the owners so that they can see exactly what's going on with the current business. So that can be possible through creating any dashboard and publishing to Tableau server. So that can be possible. Now another option, another end-to-end solution that we have seen, or a quick demo that we have seen, is how we can actually attach any data source to Tableau Online, and how we can make that available to other users. Now, any user who is working on the same Europe sample superstore project, they can browse this data source and they can connect to that specific data source through this simple the exercise that we have seen. Now, apart from this, we have also seen how we can create actually any view, a simple view, with the help of the data source that is there on the centralized location. So create new project. Under project, create new sales dashboard with sample superstore dataset. If you don't have sample superstore say dataset, you can use any available dataset to create any visualization. In the case where if you're working with the inventory, you can use top products with the inventory for the current week. That kind of scenario you can handle, and then you can create any scenario, and then see how we can internally how we can share that content with any other user with the help of share option that we have on the visualization. So Dave, I was just requesting everyone to just explore the samples content that you have on your Tableau Online portal. Just open that, just see if you have any dashboards or views or any workbook, and if it is there, just open and try to edit that whole view. So as a standard load, it will be something like this, as you guys can see on my screen. Now that's where you can select this edit option if you want to go back to the development environment. So once you open this view from a sample any project that you will select this edit option. If you want to go back to the Tableau desktop kind of environment, where you can modify anything, or if you want to create something, you can see now it's loaded a dashboard or creating a screen that we have in Tableau desktop. We can see that screen, and if you want to quickly come out of this editing option, you can click on this cross option, and if there are changes, it will ask you to save, or else you can just skip and you can come back to the previous screen. Okay, try to see if you can complete this one on your screens. If you can edit any existing view or any dashboard that is there. Yes, so here with my Tableau Online, as I have directly created with my personal ID, whenever I'm on this explore page from this container panel, we can see on the left hand side, we have a navigation panel where I've selected explore option. Once I've selected explore option, there are a few projects, those are already there for me to explore or any user to explore. So that's where I can see this samples project. I clicked on that sample project, and then I can see there are sample dashboards and data source that is there with this samples project, which is given by Tableau for free, so that any user can quickly start playing with any visualization that they want. Now then, I've selected any specific view out of this. I've selected this visualization, and then I've selected any specific dashboard that I want to open. And if you want to edit, if you want to do any modification or any changes if you want to perform over here, you can select this edit option, and that will modify this whole visualization, or you can customize that visualization. Yes, we can do that. As a Explorer license, you can play with the visualizations. You can modify, you can play, you can customize this, but you cannot save that one, and that's what Dave was discussing about, that you can perform any changes, you can modify anything, you can customize that, but you cannot save, or you cannot save as that specific copy of data, because we don't have that right.
Samples.
Yes, these all options are there. So let's take an example of sales view that we have created. I'll just load that one to show you that quickly how we can actually modify that with the condition, the dynamic condition that we are talking about. I can go back to edit option, and then that's where I can define that if any specific user who holds a profit more than let's say 5K, and that is a profitable customer. Everyone else is where we are receiving lower profits. Okay, so if that is a specific dynamic condition that you want to create, and this whole, do not get confused with this next implementation. We are going to cover this whole calculation in depth. I'll cover those things, but for now, to show a quick demo, I'll create a quick calculated field with profit. Okay, let's say profitable, and that's a question that we have, and I can write over here if sum of, right, we have profit as a measure, so I'll select profit. If sum of profit, if that is greater than or equal to 5K, that's a simple condition that we are writing over there. So it says calculation valid. I can click on this OK, and then we can see there is a new condition that is there, and it's a Boolean condition, right? Either a customer can profitable or not. So I am going to drag and drop this into color, so that now dynamically I can see those customers, those are generating higher revenue, higher profits, and lower profits for us. Yes, and also if you want to extend this to, let's say if you want to give a control to the user where they can select, then you can drag and drop this profitable into filter section, with the help of which you will get this a quick control where you can select if you want to either go with only true condition that will show only customers, those are above 5K. Yeah, these are the filters, and then the calculation. Thank you, everyone.